Hi everyone, Andrew here for ABELI Reviews, and this should be a pretty short video. What we're going to be doing here is showing how you can buy material in one spot and then sell it in another. So we're going to go to this carrier, and our intention is to purchase wine from this carrier and then sell it at a station in this system. So what's interesting about the system we are in is it is pretty much at the edge of the galaxy, edge of the Milky Way galaxy. So that's really exciting. That's why when you kind of look out into my screen, you see that big cloud. That is essentially the Milky Way, and then just emptiness off into the other distances. So that's really exciting. We won't focus too much on that. What we are here to discuss today is buying wine and how you buy any sort of material in general. You go to the commodities market. So that's just right in this section here. And then whatever the current location you're at has to sell, that would show up in this section. In this case, they are selling wine. So I'm going to fill my cargo with wine. Now there is sometimes a bug where it actually doesn't show up in your cargo in the bottom right-hand corner. It still shows cargo capacity 0. All you have to do is after you've made the purchase, go to the market again, and then you'll get that update saying that it's been filled. So we're going to go ahead and close this. We'll fuel up. We're going to auto launch. So very simple, right? All we had to do was purchase some sort of cargo that we want to sell for value elsewhere. Very much that supply and demand idea. So we're going to take this to a station. So I'm going to go over here to my filters on my navigation, and I want to filter by stations. We'll go back, and there's the peak. So we'll set that as my lock. And we're going to go ahead, and don't worry, we'll make more videos about how you navigate and use all these things, but for now, we're just going to go over the basics. So now we just need to get out of mass lock, and we need to jump to Rackham's Peak. So we'll go ahead and do that now. We're still waiting for mass lock to end, so that's totally fine. And we are just moving through here, mass lock, blah, blah, blah. What I might do is skip ahead a little bit so you don't have to sit here and wait. We'll find out. Oh, good. Mass lock is done. We can jump right forward. Now that we are at speed and making that jump, here we go. And the first thing I want to do is turn on my computer so I get Super Cruise Assist, line up my lines, keep it nice and centered, and perfect. Super Cruise Assist is on and active, and here we go, moving into Rackham's Peak. And it's really close to this location, which makes it fantastic. So it did not take very long for us to kind of go from one location to another. That's awesome. And now we just have to wait. So you can see on the sort of left-hand side of my screen here, the distance is getting into the blue, and our speed is getting into the blue. Perfect. Our speed is accurate for a nice, successful drop. And as we get closer and closer to this location, we will be able to drop in. And you can see there it's counting down. Once we kind of get to that 6.76, perfect. We are dropping off. Excellent. So now we have arrived, and all we have to do is dock with this station. Now there is a bug with this station that makes it hard to dock, so you might see me kind of jump in time a little bit. All that's really happening there is I am just kind of skipping ahead, and I'll show you what I mean. So in a previous video, we showed how to dock. We've actually showed two. One, how to use an auto docking computer, another just do it manually. That's not really the issue here. The way this station was sort of built is there's not that many landing pads, and occasionally you'll kind of get stuck in a loop where somebody else will be on that pad instead, and you won't be able to land. It's easier if you have a smaller ship, but they only have one medium-sized spot, so it kind of gets funny. But we'll always remember, we have to be within 7.5 kilometers, so we're more within range than we would want to be, so we can get there. So from our perspective, we're going to continue, and what we're going to do is essentially spam the request to dock until they let us in. So I'll kind of give you an example. So we can see here, there's those lovely spots. Let's slow down. We're going to go over to our panel here, contacts, Rackham's Peak, request docking. Docking denied. So now I'm just going to hold my directional pad over and press it until it lets me in. Perfect. And there we go. They let us in. Through the magic of movie magic, you didn't have to see me ask 40 times to be able to enter. But now you can see our auto dock computer is going to take us over to that location, and we're going to be able to dock, and then we will be able to sell the wine we purchased. And while we're doing that, if we look over here on our ships panel, we can continue over to our inventory, and we can see we have 280, I believe, tons of cargo. So isn't that exciting? We're going to sell this wine at this station, which is great because this station is celebrating a holiday right now. So we're going to be able to sell them wine at a nice profit. So let's go ahead and go to our Starport services. Same thing as before. We are going to our commodities market. This time you can see it's the primary focus here. Now instead of buy, we're going to go down to the sell tab. And now we're going to scroll down. Look for wine. Oh, perfect. It's under legal drugs, wine. It's already all set up to sell, so we're going to sell it for a healthy profit. Boom. We've now sold it. You can see our cargo is at 0 out of 280, and we have now reached the 2 billion credit mark. So that's super exciting. But overall, that's how you buy and sell. Very simple. You simply go to the commodities market, pick up what you want to buy, go to another station, and sell it for huge profit, depending on if that station needs what you're selling. And there are other ways to sort of go about this. I will spend a much more detailed video kind of teaching how you kind of, or at least doing a how-to, not really teaching, but basically explaining if one system is deficient in something and another system has it, you can then kind of play those two against each other. So you go to one, you buy that, you fly to another station, you sell it. So we'll do that for a future video. But overall, that's just sort of the mechanics, right? You purchase and then you sell. If you have any questions about what you just saw, please feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I hope you have a lovely afternoon, morning, evening, whatever it is, and you take care. Thanks. Bye.